I would bet you for sure they're in north of 100 million in subscription revenue.
What do we got? I want to talk about this idea. It's not even an idea. It's a company, Arsenic.
Yeah, they've been around for about 4 years now.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know how they're doing. Do you know if they're doing well?
They were doing okay. Basically, the way that I knew some like media people who talked about them and knew them, and I'm almost positive that it's run like it looks like it's run, which is a bunch of kids who are good looking and rent a mansion, and they just do
right. So
like debauchery and
so
shit.
The idea is Arsenic is essentially Playboy for the Snapchat generation, and so they have a Snapchat channel because the idea is like, okay, Playboy is a big deal. What would Playboy be like today? It would not be a magazine. It would be a Snapchat channel, and so they created the Snapchat channel, which is perfect because it's like, if you follow it, you get it. If not, it's not in your face. So it's not like Facebook would be a little weird. Instagram would be a little weird.
And they have email too.
And they just have this mansion and they have all these models, and it's not porn, but it's definitely models who are good looking. And they just have one model like sort of take over the channel. At least this is what it was 3 years ago. I just think this is a great idea. They raised $3 million. I don't know how they're doing.
So they've got books. They do like tours. I think that it could be doing the idea is cool.
I bet it's a cash cow.
I think
because they were getting millions of views back then on their videos. I can only assume it's grown unless Snapchat blocked them, but they're not outside the bounds of what Snapchat allows.
Snapchat allows porn, right?
No, they don't allow porn, but they don't see a lot of porn.
They allow nudity?
They don't. If you're putting on your stories, you'll get banned eventually if you're doing nudity.
But what if you have a private
account? They don't do nudity. What's that?
For a private account, you can
eventually, if it gets flagged, they'll take it down. Like it's not in the rules to do nudity.
Well, that's
as far as I know.
Have you heard of OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Love it.
So explain OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. So basically what happened is on Snapchat, all these porn stars were putting up like
porn.
Yeah, like softcore porn. I don't think it was like sex, but like pay me $10 and I'll let you follow me.
Right.
And
you'll follow my account where I post nudes.
And OnlyFans launched, and what they did was it was a platform where I don't think they started with porn, but now it is that.
Yeah.
So just embrace it. But basically, I don't even think it's porn. I think it's like web girls. Webcam girls, and you pay $20, however much they want you to, and you get access to their private video feeds.
Yeah, it's like Patreon but porn, basically.
Yeah.
So you pay, you become a contributor, and then you get their private photos and videos.
It's taken off.
Has it?
Yeah, and the reason, because I was doing who cares if I consume it or not from a business point of view? That's just how I know about it.
Well, we all care if you consume it or not. I mean, no surprise.
I did research on it.
This took off. Of course, this takes off.
Yeah, but so here's why I think these things take off is the people who don't take care of the creators. They for these types of things they go away.
Yes.
And
there's always demand. So the demand is always there. The question is, does the platform allow the supply to do what they want to do? And the big platforms don't do it because it's not worth their brand and risk and all this stuff because they have big user
OnlyFans, I would bet you for sure they're in north of 100 million in subscription revenue, and then they take their cut.
That's insane. At one point in time, where we had Blab, like live streaming product, and it wasn't working. We had to pivot, and we pivoted it eventually to video gaming. But I definitely laid out a case to the company, to the investor. I was like, look, porn is where
Dude, it's not porn.
This would be the best.
They're not fucking on camera, I don't think.
Okay, well, whatever you want to call it, like softcore porn or whatever, but going after the sort of the cam girl market is it's a big market, and the websites that are there really, really suck. And so it sounds like OnlyFans did well. We had kind of a heart-to-heart. We're like, is this what we want to build? And my co-founder felt a certain way. The investors felt a certain way.
What did Furkan want to
do? He was not down to that.
I'm so down with that.
Yeah. So I think you got to make a personal choice. And since then, I've had a bunch of entrepreneurs reach out being like, hey, we saw you did Blab. We read your postmortem. You guys got to 4 million users, but it didn't work. I have a very similar concept. I think it's going to work. Can you give me some advice? And I tell them from the jump, I'm like, this version is not going to work. Consider porn. I think it could work. Consider the cam girl angle because, that's the one stone we didn't turn when we were considering, where to pivot this thing to make it work.
Dude, I would for sure do that because all these Patreon, all the shit, they're like, we're going to empower creators. Okay, I'm behind that. But even though a lot of times I think they don't. But if you're going to empower a creator, imagine this woman who can just crush it by not breaking the law and just using her own body. I'm so in favor of that.
Right. yeah, I think as a business person, I'm definitely in favor of it. And I think it's just a personal
As
choice.
a business
from
person,
there.
I love it. As
Right.
just like a human being, I'm like, yeah.